Hello. So in our last session, we introduced him to the ball, and he showed some curiosity. He showed some lack of confidence with it also, and it took a little bit for me to be able to touch him with the ball on the shoulder and on the belly. But as you can see, today it's a lot better, which means the session that we had last with him was successful because now I can touch him with it right away, and he's okay with that. Well, he's okay on the shoulder right now. He kind of said no to the belly, but we'll just keep repeating here until it's okay. I'll just put it on his leg, take it away. Put it on his leg, take it away. Put it on his leg, take it away. Put it on his leg, roll it to his belly. No flinching. That was good. Good job, buddy. Good job. And whatever we do on one side of the horse, we need to do on the other. So I'm going to touch him with it. He's kind of thinking about playing with it, which is a very good sign. So I'm going to touch him with it on the leg, take it away. I'm going to do that a few times here with rhythm. And then, if he's okay with that, which he is, I'm going to roll it back and touch him on the belly with it. That was good. Good job, buddy. Good job. Good job. So a real test of whether you were successful in your last session will be how he responds in the next session. And it should only take a fraction of the time to get back where you were if things were done in a nice, savvy way, where there's advancing and retreating, watching the horse for his expressions, responding appropriately for the horse. Now I'm going to touch him on the leg, roll it back to his belly, touch his back leg, see if that's okay. Good. Take it away. Now I'm going to come to his other side and do the same thing. And if you remember the last session, he had more trouble with it on his left side than he did his right side. And you could see that in his last session because he would put his nose in the way and try to stop me from coming on the side of him. Good job. So leg, belly, back leg, very good. So I feel like those were some green lights. So today I plan on bouncing the ball and see how he feels about that. So I'm going to have him follow it again just like he did in the last session. There we go. I would like to stay on a loose rein if I can. I wasn't pulling him there. I just had the slack out of the rein. And then as I took a step back, I just put some drag, a little bit of drag in the rope and waited for him to start following me. I didn't pull him and say, come on, we're going. See, like right now, I'm going to put some drag in that rope. My fingers are open, so I'm not pulling him. Right there, I just stopped him from going in the other direction. So I closed my thumb, and I just said, that door to the left is closed. But I'm not stopping him from going forward. I'm just stopping him from going in the opposite direction. So here we go. Now he's looking. So I'm going to bounce the ball, and I bounce it away from him so he can follow it and become more curious about it because it's less threatening if it's leaving him versus coming towards him. So now I'm going to stop it, see if he wants to smell it. Because when it's bouncing, it's almost like this thing came alive. And he's got to see whether that's going to be okay or not, whether he's still going to be safe or not. So he's doing really good. So now I'm going to see, can I still touch him with it after it bounced? Yes, I can. Touch the leg, touch the belly, touch the hind leg. That was really good. And of course, I got to test the other side too. Touch the leg. If there's no reaction, I can go back to the belly. If there's no reaction, I can go back to the back leg. And then take it away. Now I'm going to bounce it again. Bounce it higher this time. Are you okay with that? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce it, and then I'm going to touch him with it. Bounce it, and I'm going to touch him with it. Bounce it, and touch him with it. There he had a little bit more of a reaction, so I'm just going to rub it off. Now I'm going to stop the ball and see if he's okay with it touching him when it's just on the ground again. So it just startled him a little bit there, and that's okay. So I'm going to go back to touching by the shoulder. Good. 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 Good boy. Pet him. I know he's a good boy. Start at the shoulder, work my way back. There we go. And retreat. Now I'll try the other side. So if you do things right on the first day, then things should progress pretty well afterwards, as long as you keep doing things in a nice, savvy way. But if I would have tried to do this on the first day, he probably wouldn't have taken it so well. But because we stopped in a good spot, he gained confidence. He's ready to move on to bigger and better. Good. Now I'm just going to take it away and see what he thinks about that. Just give him a moment to process that. Because for him, he's a very sensitive horse, and for me bouncing a ball around and touching him with it is a big deal. Some horses, it wouldn't be such a big deal. Other horses, it would be a huge, huge deal. But, you know, it's just nice to see that sometimes, you know, even when horses are not running around being totally nutty because they're scared of something, that there can still be a lot of emotion going on mentally for them. And so even though he's kind of standing still, he's breathing just a little bit heavier than normal. Not bad, but, you know, he's still internalizing this and trying to figure out if it was okay. There's a good lick there. So good. He's just processing this. I'm going to see if he wants to come towards it, which I'm going to go away from him and wait for him to follow. See, I kept my hand open. I wasn't pulling on him. I just gave him the opportunity to begin to follow us. Yeah. Good job. Good job. And that is a big deal for him. So his confidence is growing. He's dominating it a little bit by pushing it away. So that's a really good thing. That was very good. So I'm always looking to see, do I have green lights? Do I have yellow lights? Do I have red lights? So when I was touching him, bouncing the ball and touching him with it, except for that first time when I touched him on the belt and he kind of moved away from it, the rest of the time I pretty much had green lights to keep going on. Hi, Stinker. Yeah. Yeah. That's so good. I love seeing their confidence come up where they feel like they can start pushing things around instead of being worried about it. So that's really good. So I'm going to bounce again. I'm going to go back to touching first on the shoulder, make sure we're okay. Touch on the belly, see if it's okay. Now I'm going to go a little further up and see if it's okay. And then down. Up. And then down. Now he's a little starry-eyed, so I'm not going to advance more than that right at this moment. I'm just going to do it. There he goes. He's licking his lips. That's really, really good. So now I'm going to come to the other side. I have the rope over my arm right here so that if he went to leave, I could, you know, drop it into my hand and I could have some control over the situation. So I'm going to bounce again. Touch him on the shoulder. Bounce again. Touch him on the shoulder. Bounce again. Touch him on the back. He had a little bit of reaction, so I just pet him and let him know it's okay. Then I'm going to go back to the shoulder. So he just kind of flinched and moved away from it just a little bit. So I just retreated a little bit. Retreat back to the shoulder. I'm going to start at the shoulder, go to the back, come over. So what I'm trying to do is just get him to gain confidence a little bit at a time. I'm not trying to go so far over his threshold that he can't handle it. I want to build his confidence, not destroy it. Good. That was really good. Good job, buddy. I'm going to pet him again on the shoulder and reward him. Let him know he's doing an awesome job. His head came up a little bit, so I'll take it, I'll bounce it away. Good. Good job. Good. Yeah. Good job, buddy. Now I'm going to let it roll over the other side. Good job. Good job. So if he would have been having more negative reactions, where I would have seen more tension in his face, more worry, more concern, I wouldn't have done that. But I felt like I had a green light to go ahead and do that. And whatever I do on one side, I want to do on the other. Good. So he raised his head some there. So I retreat. I help him out. I don't just assume he's going to be okay. I'm going to roll it to him because he had a little bit of trouble there. Take it away. I just go back a couple steps and help him out. It's not a big deal. I'm the teacher. He's the student. Good job. Touch him. There was a little bit of reaction there, a little bit of flinching, and his head came up just a little bit. So I'm not going to advance again until he's more relaxed with this touching him on the shoulder. It's important that we pay attention to what they're trying to tell us. So, shoulder, rib cage, retreat a little bit. Good job. Good job. Good job. His head came up just a tiny bit, so I decided to wait before I put the ball over on top of his back. His ears are forward. I'm going to roll it over. Good job, buddy. Come on. Yeah. Let's go see that big crazy ball. Yeah. So I hope you could see that anytime that he had a negative reaction, that I did not advance further. I retreated. Now he's pushing the ball. That's really good. Yeah, very good. So he went from last session where he was kind of scared of the ball to now he wants to dominate it and push it around, which is awesome. So that's really, really good, especially after the ball went over his back like that. So whenever they have a negative reaction, which is flinching, raising their head, trying to move away from it, breathing heavy, tension in their ears, they're not blinking. Those are all signs that's a red light, which means do not go forward, do not advance anymore. Just retreat a little bit and ask again. Retreat a little bit and ask again until all the expressions on their body is more relaxed, to where they're blinking. Their nostrils are normal size. There's no tension and no wrinkles in their nose or their mouth. No tension in the ears. Oh, what a good boy. What a good boy. So I'm very happy that we're already advancing to him pushing the ball around. That is really, really good. So here again, I'm not going to pull on him. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to put just a little bit of drag in that with my hand sliding down the rope, but I'm not pulling. See, there's still slack there. Good. And I want him to push the ball again. Good job. You kicked it. Good job. Yeah! That was brilliant. That was brilliant. Good job. So I hope you can see his confidence coming up from the first session with this and now this second session with the ball. And see how you can kind of do it naturally. Now, if you have a horse that moves around a lot more, is a lot more worried, you just do a lot more retreating and wait for the horse to relax before you advance. But watch the facial expressions. Watch the body expressions. You know, watch to see, you know, even just shifting their weight away. If they're shifting their weight away, retreat a little bit and then ask again. But we're here to build their confidence, not break it down. So I hope you enjoyed that. And go and have a great day and have fun playing with your horse. If you